Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
You say that now. You're knowing what you're wanting?
Yes.
It moves about, continues to evolve, feels good to you? That's the most important question. Is your desire feeling good to you? Because if it is, that means you are vibrationally close to it anyway. You're not contradicting it with strong doubt or disbelief. So you've been listening to us for a while. You understand that you are the creator, attractor, bringer-abouter of your life experience. That how you feel is as a result of what you are chewing on, what you're thinking about, what you've practiced thinking about, therefore what your beliefs are, that your beliefs that emanate from you equal your point of attraction, and that everything revolves around that. Do you know that? Do you know that your beliefs are modifiable, and in many cases should be? That you've picked up beliefs about yourself that are not productive or loving or beneficial to you. And you've picked up beliefs about others also. Life experience has caused you to react. And before you knew about law of attraction, and before you were really clear about deliberate thought, and before you were aware of your guidance system, and before you were actively choosing thoughts based upon how they felt, you thought a lot of thoughts. And a lot of those thoughts, because of the powerful law of attraction, gathered momentum. A belief is just a thought that you continue to think, and law of attraction is the reason that you continue to think the thoughts you continue to think. So you have to catch them in the early subtle stages. You can't just all of a sudden say, oh, this thought or this belief is not helpful to me, therefore I won't think it anymore, because you're thinking it while you're saying you're not going to think it anymore. It takes a different approach to release thoughts that are not beneficial and to replace them with thoughts that are beneficial. Do you know that you are a vibrational being mostly? We mean way, way mostly. And that the flesh, blood, and bony you that you that you see and hear and smell and taste and touch, that physical you, that's this physical manifestation. This is the most leading edge manifestation of you, but there is so much of you that has happened and is happening before the manifestations. Yes? Can you get your thoughts around that? We ask a lot of you when you stand in your physical beingness out here, all manifested and surrounded by other manifestations. We ask a lot of you to not give so much attention to the manifestation or to what you want to call the reality of your experience, because you are the creator of your reality. And if you are really in a very strong way observing the reality that exists, then you're sort of regurgitating reality. You're not really creating reality in the new way that you mean to. You came from non-physical, but most of you still remains non-physical. Most of you is a vibrational being aware of you here in this physical personality. And the emotions that you feel are your indicator of your connection, your vibrational connection between that source or soul of you and this flesh and blood and bone of you. And this connection matters so much because your conscious realization of who you really are and how you in your physical personality are in this moment relating to who you really are is so important, because everything that you feel emotionally is about that and only that. And you know, you want to feel good. You're supposed to feel good. You came here as creative genius, eager about expressing yourself in new ways. And so you explore your environment. You can't help it. Life just causes you to do that. And vibrations emanate from you. We call them rockets of desire, because when you know what you don't want, you automatically emanate a rocket of what you do want, even at cellular levels. even at atomic levels in your body. In other words, even at levels where you are not really consciously aware, you are emanating rockets of desire. That's what the evolution of all species is about. And so when life causes you to know that something could be better, you automatically ask for it. And that source energy part of you gets all over it. That source energy part of it focuses upon that new ask, blends it with what you've asked for before, adds to the completion of that which you are so far vibrationally, and then reflects a very powerful signal outward to you so that you can find vibrational alignment with that newness that you have discovered. Did you follow that? Life keeps making you new, but so often, physical beloveds, you know what's coming next. You launch rockets, but you don't get up to speed with them because, and this is the thing that we want to help you get over, you are so enamored with the physical reality. And so we want to convince you that that's not especially a very good idea because the physical reality that you think is now and real is old news. It's like the gum you've already chewed all the juice out of. It's what has been, and it's real, and we know it's real, and it's tangible, and you can see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it, but it's not where the action is. It's not where your creative power is. It's not where your inner being is focused. It's the bouncing off place into the new that life is helping you to discover all day, every day. And so we just want you to be a little less physical, not easy, and a little less focused upon the tangible stuff, and a little more aware of what you're reaching for. We'd rather that you look to where you're going rather than to where you are. Because where you are is old news, really. It's like going on a journey and you're out on the highway or out on the airline or out on whatever mode of transportation, rocket ship, whatever it is that you're traveling on, and you just keep looking back longingly. Oh, I used to be over there. And we want you to realize that where you are is always moving forward. And the less you look back, the better you are. Because you know why? You do, but we're going to tell you anyway. Back is an old vibration for you. Where you used to live, who you used to hang out with, what you used to think. That's old news. And when you look back and reactivate the vibration of that, it clashes with the new you. That's what nostalgia is. That's what homesick is. Home sort of makes you sick a little. Just a little. Just a little. So we are eager to visit with you about anything that matters to you. There is nothing that is off limits here. It is our knowing that collectively we will take thought beyond that which it has been before. And that is so happy for us because we know that that's what we are all about. Our greatest satisfaction comes when you have reached for something that you allow yourself to become a vibrational match to, because the closing of that gap is the most delicious part of your life experience. Here's how it works. We'll tell you briefly. You came from non-physical. Most of you is still there. Here you are in this physical body. Splat, here you came. You're exploring the contrast. You know what you don't want, which causes you to know what you do want. So you launch these vibrational rockets. They emanate out ahead of you. Your inner being knows what you mean and takes the new idea and focuses on it completely. And then the law of attraction begins gathering all of the cooperative components to this newness that you have discovered. And it's such a real thing that goes on, this vibrational reality where your inner being stands on your behalf, that we've given it the name Vortex because it is this circular summoning of all cooperative components. So important that you accept its reality, even though you can't yet see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it. Because if you don't accept its realness, you cannot move toward it. And if you don't move toward the newness that you have carved out of this life experience, you won't feel good. In other words, you can't become more and feel good not moving toward the moreness that you have become. And your inner being is holding such a strong focus upon it that you are naturally called to that. It takes quite a bit of stubbornness. You're pretty good at that. at not moving toward the new, because after all, you've got beliefs that say, I can't do it, or I shouldn't do it, or nobody's ever done it, or I don't know how to do it. Or so when you focus upon what it is you want and why you want it, you loosen up your resistance and you allow yourself to receive the impulses that lead you to this vibrational reality. And once you allow yourself to move toward this vibrational reality, then what happens is you become one with it. The vibration of your being, your physical, human, flesh, blood, and bone being, rises to the equivalency of your source energy. Ooh, that's such an important thing to understand. That when you let yourself be who you really are, it's like the cork that bobs on the surface of the water. When you let go of it, you bob right back to who you are. So when you allow yourself to find alignment with who you are, oh, then it's such a wonderful thing. It's such a wonderful thing to be the full you that you are born to be. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Don't worry about us. We will wedge our message in the crack. It's our desire to assist you in releasing as much resistance as you can. We're not going to ask you to release all of it. That's painful and not logical. Just a little more and a little more and a little more and a little more, allowing of who you really are to be present here and now. So it's going to be a really fun day. What do you want to talk about? Some things. It's a lot of trouble in this room. All right, be easy. If we don't call on you right away, relax. Your tension makes you invisible to us. Your eager anticipation makes you more apparent to us because you are readier for the conversation.
Thank you. I'm ready to be ready to be ready. And I was hearing that even before I got here. I've been excited all week.
And what's your strongest evidence or clue that you're ready for something more?
Truthfully, the vibration, how I feel.
And what's that feeling?
Well, it was good because I was raising my hand the first hour.
But let's use this new word that we're satisfied. I feel satisfied. I'm eager for more, but I'm satisfied. Because in the absence of satisfaction, you're not ready. When you're satisfied, you are.
Well, I just got satisfied maybe a minute ago. So thank you.
We saw you light up. You were hard to miss.
Thank you. So my question is, there's an old song by Jimmy Durante, and it was, have you ever had a feeling that you wanted to go, but you wanted to stay, but you wanted to go? And it's a song of being indecisive. And you said in previous seminars that you cannot have a happy ending to an unhappy journey. But you also said, I think, that you bring out whoever you meet is a vibrational match to you.
Well, here's the thing. Everyone you meet has a lot of different vibrations going on relative to different topics. But the question that you want to ask is not so much what they've got going on, but what vibration are you bringing to the rendezvous? Here's the best way of saying it. Every thought that you've ever thought is still potentially activated within you. But when you get these habits of thoughts going, which is what beliefs are, then the tendency to stick with those beliefs becomes stronger. And so the whole key is to develop beliefs that are serving you in a positive way. Have you ever been in a situation where you meet up with someone, with maybe a group of people, and you find yourself different than you usually are? Maybe more negative, maybe more critical about something, and you think, this isn't who I am. Well, what happened was you didn't have a strong activation of who you meant to be. And since that vibration is potentially activatable within you, and they had a strong current of it going before you joined the table, chances are you're going to get swept up in that. And so if you catch it in the early subtle stages and you realize this is not satisfying to me, and you'd redirect your thought, sometimes you can redirect the energy at the table. Sometimes you need to walk away in order to maintain what you want. But it's all about what you're bringing to the table. And that's why we're encouraging you in your own privacy to make your own alignment so that you're ready for what else is out there. So that in essence, you might say that you bring out the best in others because you've got so much of that going on within yourself.